After 3 months of no football due to the COVID-19 pandemic, the Premier League is returning and we're going to be treated to a whopping 92 games in the space of just 6 weeks. With all games to be televised, some of them being free to air, Arsenal's first game back is a daunting trip to the Etihad Stadium. Welcome back to Stay Gooned. You're watching the Red and Whiteboard show and I hope everyone is safe and well and having a great day. The news broke yesterday that the Premier League will be returning mid-June subject to the government approval, and in this video we're going to take a brief look at some of the points surrounding it. Before we do so, make sure to hit the subscribe button. We're on the road to 100 subscribers, and turn on the notifications too so that you don't miss any future uploads. Right then, the Premier League have announced the 17th of June as the date that it will return as long as all the safety regulations are met. This is just under 3 weeks time. It falls on a Wednesday and the first couple of games on that day will be the 2 games in hand, including our game against Man City. A real baptism of fire after so long off. City versus Arsenal was of course the first Premier League game that got called off because of the coronavirus after some Arsenal players and staff came into contact with the Olympiacos owner who had the virus. After that we learned that our head coach Mikel Arteta had also tested positive. This resulted in the initial suspension of the league and the rest is now history. It's going to be a real test for us after such a long time off, but maybe it's better to get this game out of the way first. Neither team will be fully match fit and this might give us a chance of getting something there. It will be Arteta's first return to the Etihad since he became our head coach, and I'm sure he'd love to get one over Pep and he's going to have all the players pumped up for this game. If we do manage to beat City, that will open the door for Liverpool to win the title in the Merseyside derby. Reports suggest that the game is unlikely to take place at Goodison Park over security fears and it's likely to be played at a neutral venue with Old Trafford as an option for this game. I'm sure Liverpool fans would love that, winning the title against Everton at Man United Stadium. That game will take place on the weekend commencing 19th June, which will see the first round of fixtures, and it's going to be a hectic schedule thereafter. There's 92 games of the season remaining and they plan on playing all the matches in a 6-week period with 3 rounds of midweek games in between. That doesn't sound too bad to me, to be honest. 9 games for each team in 6 weeks isn't too far off what would have happened anyway. The only issue is the fitness of the players. The first midweek schedule will probably take place on week 2 to allow players to ease back to fitness. The games will all be behind closed doors. No surprise there really. We knew this was always going to be the case, but to try and compensate for this, all games will be broadcast live. Not only that, but some of the games will be free to air too. Sky Sports will have the bulk of the games, 64 to be precise, and they will show 25 of them for free. And the first of those will be the Merseyside derby. BT Sport get 20 games, but they have yet to announce any free games, and the remaining 8 games have been split between Amazon, who show 4 games through their Prime video streaming service, and the BBC also get 4 live games. The Amazon game can be watched for free if you're entitled to the 30-day free trial, otherwise you'll have to fork out the subscription fee. And we know the BBC isn't free. It costs about £100 a year or something like that. I forget the exact amount. They just take the money out of my account every month. It's great that all the games will be shown on TV. I suppose they had to do that really. In addition to this, they've also announced kickoff times and taken a cursory look at them. The weekend fixtures look like they've been spaced out so that no games will clash. Time to get the popcorn out and watch back-to-back football. The midweek games will have either a 6 PM or 8 PM kickoff time, so I'm guessing one would get the option to choose what game we want to watch. The games will be played in teams' own stadiums with some exceptions like London derbies or Liverpool until they've actually clinched the title. Seems reasonable enough to me to stop large gatherings outside and around these stadiums. The FA Cup dates for the quarter-final, semi-final and final will be announced today. At the time I recorded this, it hadn't been announced yet, but by now it probably has been. It's expected the Premier League season will be wrapped up by the 26th of July and the FA Cup final will take place on the 1st of August. Hopefully we're in it. We've got Sheffield United in the quarter-final, but I'd take a top 4 or top 5 if City's ban is upheld over winning the FA Cup. It will be great to do both, but we have to get back into that Champions League to have any chance of competing again. The FA Cup is a wonderful trophy, but we've won it plenty. Let me know in the comments which you'd rather prefer. How big of a break will there be between this one finishing and the next one starting? Probably it shouldn't be more than 3 weeks in my opinion. This will cut out the need for another pre-season. All the teams are sort of in a pre-season now anyway. There's been reports out there that there's going to be friendly games taking place between Premier League sides before the resume of the season. This will allow a mini transfer window too if we have like a 2 or 3 week break. Don't expect there to be too much business being done though. In this current climate, it's mostly going to be loans and contract negotiations, I guess. Will David Luiz be offered a new deal? It's been reported that Arsenal are not taking up the option to extend his deal by a year, and it looks like he is on the way out. What's your thoughts on this? Should we offer him a new deal? I don't have a huge problem with this, to be honest. We've got William Saliba coming in and a whole host of other centre-backs at the club currently. I don't think we're going to miss Luiz too much. Would you keep Luiz? Comment down below what you think. One person that won't be at Arsenal next season is Chairman Chips Keswick. He's announced his retirement. He's been on the board for 15 years and a chairman at Arsenal since 2013. He's about 80 years old now and he's decided to call it a day. He certainly hasn't been everyone's cup of tea, and I doubt there'll be many tears shed by Arsenal fans. Will you miss Chips Keswick? I'm going to be calling it a day too. It's been a bit of a brief show today. We'll be back in a few days with the next video. Thanks to everyone that's gooned in and also subscribed to our channel. If you haven't done so yet, please do so. Help us hit that first milestone of 100 subscribers. Hit the thumbs up too. Until next time, stay safe and stay gooned.